draft in the sense that Radiant does not have first pick this time around. Normally it plays out the way that a team wants to choose Radiant or first pick, and then the other will get the other one. Or sorry, Dire and first pick. But now we have not first pick Radiant. It will still be first pick on Falcons, and Team Spirit with second pick.
Last game, Spirit was first pick, right? They took Furion?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
This game, it's gonna be a different.
But now it's Team Spirit are still Radiant.
They had a very different approach, right, when it comes to bans as well. Banning out most of our heroes. Now we have a Chen as well in the first stage.
Yeah, very different. They go with Sanking again. I just want to make a quick note about this whole Dominator business. I actually think Furion has, for me, grown. It's like risen in stock for being like maybe a little bit weak in the beginning, but now I think it's one of the best ways to counter the Dominator split push meta, right? Because he just TVs back and deals with it. And he can also kill the Dominator creep with Sprout and everything. So I think this hero is on carry. It's it's maybe the best, right? The best hero, you know. I feel like there's a lot of these heroes like Sand King, Primal, Beast, Beastmaster, Shaker that kind of fulfill a similar role, but the Furion is very unique, right? You cannot replace that hero.
Yeah, I agree. I honestly agree with your opinion there. Like, the Prophet does really counter the whole Dominator quite a lot. So. Now Team Spirits, I like that they deviate here. Last time they answered the Sand King with the Invoker. Now they go with the Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend is actually one of the potential heroes that if Sand King goes mid, it can destroy the Sand King. It's a very skillful matchup. It could also just become another 50-50 story because Maran is like the best mid laner at making hard matchups even matchups. However, this could be one way to punish it.
It's also a flexible hero, right? We just saw that they played 4 games of Shadow Fiend actually, 2 on Larl and 2 on Yatoro. So, and they are second pick this time around, right? So they can flex this guy all the way till the end. So that's also worth noting, I think.
It's really strong on mid, but the way Yatoro played a couple of games, I've never seen anyone as active on Shadow Fiend as he was. Just gets his stacks and rotates like he was ganking mid in one of the series, and at 6-7. So definitely can make that hero apply a lot of pressure early in the game.
A couple of heroes we should be keeping on our radar that were first phase banned in the previous game is the Bristle and the Monkey King. Both banned, still in, and I still feel like I have to mention the Marcy as well, just because, but both of these teams ignored it in that previous game.
5 seconds.
I guess both these teams don't really like Marcy at all. We know it from Falcons watching their series earlier, but it doesn't seem like it's something that Spirit want to touch.
From Spirit, I expect maybe another position 4 or 5 that's melee and bulky, something like an Ogre that they had in the last game. Just combos up and frees up that position 1 Shadow Fiend if necessary.
Funnily enough, like we talked about the Bounty Hunter, I actually felt like the Ogre was more lackluster in that game than the Bounty Hunter. Just because, yeah, the Bloodlust is nice, and he did tank a lot of smokes, but yeah, I don't know if that's enough, you know. It's that hero for me was not it.
He just didn't multicast the Midas enough times.
If Spirit can go for multiple routes here, it will most likely be a ban into a support pick. A hero that has been highly contested in the previous years was Tiny, and Tiny Shadow Fiend is a classic combo where you are able to toss a target onto your Shadow Fiend if Rue likes that hero. I'm not sure if it's the archetype, but if that's the case, it has been one of the most contested melee fours, if not the most contested melee four, and has always been really strong with Shadow Fiend, so they could look at that. Either that or a casual +5 pick from Viposhka, like the Ogre we saw last game. What else is there to say? Clockwork.
5 seconds.
They banned out the Abaddon on the side of Team Spirit. What can we learn from that? Because we don't see that in the second phase bans that frequently as Ogre comes out straight away.
I feel like this lane, if it's laned this way, Ogre and SF, this doesn't lose to 90% of dual lanes that can hit you with a 4 and 3. The combination is obviously very valuable down the line with the Bloodlust. With the Prophet, it was value later on, but with the Shadow Fiend, maybe even more so.
And yeah, he had a hard game as well, right? They came down with the Sand King and the Chen and Hoodwink and took his tower really early on, and Viposhka had just had a rough Ogre game. There's also the games of where Ogre has a good lane and suddenly transitions that into a much higher impact where the Ignite really comes into play.
The Pugman Grim.
That's a TI classic.
Yeah, to add to your point to Shiva, because you asked about the Abaddon ban, I can see that it has been one of Skeeter's most successful heroes, and it might be that now T-Spirit is gonna pick a double pick that would suffer. It could, for example, have been something like an Axe route or something, where we always saw the Abaddon as an answer on the 18 pick. Usually this, because also last game, Falcons in this spot, they banned Prowlbeast and later picked Pangolier, because Prowlbeast is a Pangolier answer. Now this Abaddon might be a protection ban for what we're about to see.
I love the Grimstone pick for multiple reasons, but his ulti, I mean, not ulti, his Dark Portrait down the line into Shadow Fiend feels really damn good as well. If you can get to that Aghanim's.
Yeah, now also with that Magnus pick, the Abaddon ban does make more sense. It's one of the few heroes who does not die to RP and can even shield RP of another target. So now the pick for Falcons not that easy, and I also love the Magnus pick for a way that it's also a denied pick from Falcons. Because Amar honestly delivered a lot on Magnus on this tournament. He felt like the collapse of this year at some point.
And the Shadow Demon, by the way, right? Like into Pagna and Grim feels really damn good.
Yeah.
Could this be a Weaver pick, perhaps, for Skeeter? It seems like a decent Weaver game, and this is one of his hero pool, you could say, from this event.
He did prioritize it earlier. I feel like since there is no safe, Shadow doesn't protect. Okay, never mind. Actually, you nailed it perfectly. What I was concerned about this Weaver pick is that the Team Spirit draft, they can't just RP him and burst him down.
Yeah.
Because the Shadow Demon prevents any save. It counters both the box save from the Grimstroke and the Decrepify.
What box?
Box.
Ah, sorry. I thought it's a Ringmaster for a sec. They look so similar.
They are.
Yeah, they're kind of same vibes.
They actually look so similar.
Insignia
I was
did
like,
talk about him,
But I think I agree with it. I think the Weaver makes sense because lack of disables, and it is Skeeter. But also just the SF killing him in like 2 seconds with 1 RP. I can see that happen as well. But yeah, and it just fits the archetype.
Do you guys think? I was gonna ask because of now Team Falcons banned Void anyway, but I was gonna say this SF is still very flexible, right? Like it can be mid, it can be safe lane, and I kind of have to say I like him maybe evenly on both lanes. Looking at what Team Falcons have done.
Yeah, I mean, the mid lane asset is for sure strong. When you have the RP, especially in your team, you have the classic Kayashibal and the Requiem can cause huge chaos here. There's no safe drafted on Falcons, and that usually makes a mid asset quite viable. So far, I do have to say I like what Team Spirit is bringing to the table. The Falcons draft looks a little bit more lackluster to me on the first side, and of course they have one more pick to.
What is it exactly on Falcons that can tie all of this up?
I mean, I think they have really strong early game. I think the Pugna can open up the map for the other heroes, right? You have a lot of gank potential with the Sank and Grimstroke. The Weaver can connect to his team really fast, and you're going to have a last hero to add damage as well.
Do they need something that just runs in and gives info for the send? That's how I feel. I see Falcons, they need some beef.
Yes.
Maybe Doom isn't really an option, right? Like versus these heroes, it doesn't really do a lot. But
I think Doom could be an option. I think it's not too greedy with the heroes that they have. I think it's also Brimstone Doom. I think Doom is actually a good bet for their last pick here.
Amar hero that just runs in as well, thinks well, feels good.
It's also a lot of the offlaners are banned out at this point.
Yeah, even Centaur is banned, Mars is banned. There's not a lot of room for any other heroes. They could, of course, simply also take a mid hero and put him on the Sand King. However, it does sound like a kind of rough lane in case Ogre Shadow Fiend would meet him there.
I think we could see the Ogre, the Shadow Fiend go mid. We did mention it earlier, but I think that maybe Yatoro is looking at something like a Muerta. Could we maybe even see him play the Bloodseeker like we saw Crystallis play. But I think Muerta is interesting here. You get a silence, you kill, like Pugna does nothing to Muerta. You know, the Decrepify does nothing. So I think potentially it's another hero to Bloodlust as well. But yeah, definitely not an easy last pick here for both teams.
Monkey still in the pool.
Yeah.
All the way.
That does mean Sand King goes. Actually, does
They're
it?
flexible.
Smart play.
It's here of Monkey, I think. That seems to be
Yeah.
what they do. Yes, and then I would be surprised if they would randomly throw Amar on Sand King and Monkey mid.
Yeah, they played a lot of 3 monkeys. So.
Also, it's Marine Sand King.
I would say they are ready to flex it so, but yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
definitely
they might
a
flex
tendency to put the Sanky mid and Monkey on the offlane. And
It's
And
a
now-
really good combo with the Grimstroke through the game as well. Does give them vision and some setup for the Sand King, but it is lacking a bit of that beef that we talked about, right?
I mean, it's a lot of lane domination, right? And then trying to transition that into something from there. It's very strong lanes from them right now.
Team Spirit now. This decision is not easy. A 40-second reserve time. Could pick both carries and mid laners. Something like a Queen of Pain could again be interesting. We saw Tundra play that earlier. As again a winning matchup against both Monkey and Sand King, no matter who goes mid.
And not really a lot of
And
catch,
there's
right?
not a lot of catch. I mean, the Soulbind can catch you off guard potentially, but apart from that, you even have a Shadow Demon to save you and back you up. So
Spirit needs to be careful they also don't pick something too greedy, where suddenly SS farms, Magnus farms, everyone's farming, and there's not much playmaking going on.
you say that, and it's a Morphling.
That's pretty greedy, no?
It's very greedy.
It is, but again, it's maybe a hero that Yatoro feels like they cannot really kick him out of the lane. Feels like he can just sit there in his safe lane for a long time, and that in itself makes it less greedy, if that's the case, right? Because then he sort of just sits down there and is more or less unkillable as his Morphling.
I also feel that once they pick this Morphling, they're literally saying we have the ultimate win condition in the game, right?
Yeah.
The only problem is Dark Portrait also is an ultimate win condition on the other side, and I have a feeling Crit might be eyeing that item very early on.
Imagine soul binding both Laurel and Yatoro, and then getting your portrait off.
10 seconds
That's
remaining.
quite a lot of damage with Shadow Fiend and Morphine there.
But yeah, it's an interesting pick, this
5
Morph. I'm also a bit
seconds remaining.
surprised to see it. Wonder what the thought process is there.
Yeah, I'm definitely surprised because I felt like honestly the Team Spirit win condition is already very strong, and now you put yourself in a risky position that if the lanes go a little bit out of control, there will be a window where Lal on the Shadow Field will want Kaya Yasha plus 1 item, Blink Dagger. Yatoro is a Morphling, he wants 3 items anyway, and Magnus also needs Blink Dagger, maybe 1 more item as well. So this can maybe backfire a bit. I'm not 100% sold on it, but let's see if Yatoro can make some magic happen.
You gotta play pretty clean on the 3 cores. You cannot afford to die and make some mistakes there. And I think the supports also have to do a heavy lifting, creating that space. With Porshka, it's gonna have to walk into some smokes, walk into some deaths this game, undoubtedly.
Intentionally, like that's-
yeah, I think me Porshka is not walking out of this game without deaths. I don't think so.
I feel like the call was on Yatoro, what he wanted, and he gets his Morphling maybe a little bit inspired. Was it yesterday or this morning when Shiro played? Yesterday, right? He had some really nice Morphling performance into a Sand King as well, right? That's something to think about.
Also against Falcons.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
there are some very nice juicy morph targets here for the Morphling.
For sure.
Well, we're gonna find out. Will we have a third game to this series? Will we have another 17-minute games on our hands? Will Falcons just straight up take this series 2-0 and secure playoffs for the international? We're finding out together with Odie Pixel and Fog.
Thank you very much, Shiv. Yes, game 2 time here, ready to start off between Falcons.
Prepare for
Fog,
battle.
Gotta start it
what do you
slow.
make of this? It feels like another draft. I feel like so many teams do this again in TIs. When it comes to crunch time, last pick, they're holding on. You know, one loss away from going home. They turn to their carrier. They say, "What do you want to play?"
And they say,
say
Morphling. Yeah.
It happens so many times, and as we've seen, you know, with mixed results, right? I think it was close to sort of a 50% win rate we've been having on this road to the TI on the Morphling.
This is interesting, right? 'Cause now I'm like looking at. Just get a first blood immediately.
All right,
He got bumped.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
That Skeeter's gonna be happy with
well,
that.
sometimes you pick the Morphling right away, and then
Yeah,
he
then
just
you get
instant
caught
die.
on sub 300 HP.
Yeah.
First blood for Falcons.
I mean, an instant bounce into a nuke, and he's actually just immediately dies. All right. So things I was seeing from the
30
Morphling pick, at least, was what the panel was saying: some limited catch in some ways, but there is ways they can play around it with the Soulbind, the stun from the Monkey King, and the Sand King. However, the other thing is all 3 of the cores that he can morph into are fantastic in the mid game. He gets mobility from Weaver, stun from Sand King plus a mobility spell, and a stun plus a mobility spell from Monkey King. It's like the dream to turn into any of the 3 of these when you're fighting. Which is sometimes also an indicator of a decent Morphling game as well. Well, let's see if it works. I think the other thing that I see from Spirit is they add a team fight, right? Last game, it was pretty lackluster in the team fight department, but they made those fights work anyway. This time, I think they wanted to make the game maybe a little easier to play, perhaps, although that last game was absolutely fantastic. 7,000 we get.
Going to be able to start off with kind of double the bonus. They get 3 bounty runes and, of course, getting that first level.
Skeeter. That is kind of the dream for the Weaver. Oh. Starting first blood for Weaver is very nice when he's playing versus a lane that has no stun. So this is a lane that can actually get punished pretty hard. Yeah, Magnus. Shadow Demon can play around it where if you have a sentry down and you see the Weaver Sakuchi, you can immediately disrupt him and then you can look for making these plays. But we.
Radiant's courier has been killed. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different, man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro, don't waste your time. Fuck are you to tell me what to do? Say this, I'm gonna make you all these positions, they come in millions, they block in your vision, but no, you can't listen. There's no way that you make it. Never gonna make it.
by Maureen so far, I think every game, even when he's been shut down on the Sanking, I want to say he gets a sub 12-minute blink dagger.
It's always
so
very consistently quick on his blink dagger timings.
And he immediately does the thing where he pulls the neutral creeps into, he pulls the lane creeps into the neutral camp, so he's even already starting to get that maximizing. He's actually ahead of the SF by 500 gold. If you look at the last hits, you saw that the SF was actually ahead in last hits, but
That's pretty
gold-wise,
crazy.
the Sanking is significantly ahead.
I understand, you know, drafting against Falcons must be incredibly hard, but I am surprised how many times they do let the Sanking through. Maureen has definitely been showing his strengths on this hero, and I think most of the time if you let them have it, they will just take the Sanking from Maureen with how solid of a showing he's been giving.
I feel like he'll just take it for him every time. He's clearly shown he's by far the best Sanking. Carl will get a free lane though, so level 6 has been hit. They've got the catapult wave 2. Is going to start to put some pressure onto the tower here. Are they going to look to make a rotation mid? It looks like they're actually going to make the move bottom, so all eyes focused on Yatoro.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Nice. Picture of collapse.
The setup. Disruption's there.
He's speedy.
No, he's going to be fine.
So missed move there from Rune. That means they didn't double check the runes, which ensures that Falcons gets that regen rune from Maureen. Level 6, 400 ahead of the SF. So yeah, he's done it again.
Dire's middle tower is under
Range
attack.
drop also, he's fine.
I would have definitely liked a bit of backup to try and have power and control himself. Would have helped him with the jungling.
I thought Rue was gonna go there, because they could potentially set up for a disruption into Requiem play, since he did have that slight level advantage, but looks like the call was made for him to try to assist in bottom.
Across the board, all 3 cores of Falcons having slightly better time out of these lanes.
Yep, that first blood in particular from the top lane, you're seeing that difference, especially.
Dire are scanning. Radiant are scanning. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. bottom tower has fallen. Dire are scanning. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant are scanning. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Gotta be careful when walking into that Monkey King ult.
Especially when Amar has this type of timings,
Yep.
right? He's got the defusal. That is a painful one to walk into. Two
Yes.
cores drop in an
They
instant.
just can't take these fights right now,
No,
Spirit.
they need time.
Falcons far too strong here in the early game with their heroes and the lead that they've managed to grow. There's going to be this very good
The
time.
push got
It's going to be another one here for Falcons.
Radiant's top tower.
this bottom side of the map might be something they have to avoid for some time. I mean, Amar is just too threatening. But
They just have to avoid
pressure
them
on all
completely.
fronts. Yeah, it's pressure everywhere.
It's going to be another kill around the mid. Propify. Slowing him down. Through. As Blink, Burrow strikes up before the blinkers, and that'll be enough to close in. Get another 11-3, 5k lead here for Falcons.
It's early lead.
Yeah, they're dominating this early game.
And they can just take over this area quite easily, and they can look to just swing to this next tower also, right? Malrine can just look to push. Actually, it's already pretty much dead, so they don't even really need him to come up here. And
Radiant's
Skeeter
top
has been
tower
left
is under
completely
attack.
alone this game.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Spirit, what's the move gonna be? It's gotta.
Can't really set up onto this.
No.
Skeeter's perfectly fine.
They just don't have playmaking until Collapse has a Blink Dagger. That is pretty much the only way that they can make these individual plays. Otherwise, it has to be a team move.
And Falcons, they have all the playmaking in the world.
They really do. The Blink is done. Malrine actually has 2 components of his Aghanims already pretty much done. And this is scary times for Spirit
The
already.
Falcons are getting out of control.
Taking the Shrine of Wisdom too. These supports are already struggling on the side of Team Spirit. If they lose their XP,
Spirit know that they can't come up here.
yeah, devastating. They're not in a position to steal the Shrine either. You see that Amar immediately TPs over to get that.
Yeah, this BKB defusal is going to be online so ridiculously fast here on the King.
And
And he's not even the top net worth. Beyond that, you have the other two. And under the tower, yeah, Malrine's going in under these tier 2 towers, ready to set up for kills.
the Greed is absolutely getting punished. Yatoro is going to be so far from getting his Manta style too that very easy kills that they can set up onto him with this Grimstroke +1. Carl, look to get involved with Rue.
Do they really want to try something here?
Malrine's reading the play.
And he's just going to make the jump for him. Straight in with the Epi and the Burrow Strike route. Will fall. Disruption buys him a bit of safety. They're going to try and fight this Yatoro. Because come on, he's down. It's going to be caught on the sides. He's out of mana. Yatoro will be able to finish off Maureen here with the help of Lau.
But Yatoro,
He's inside.
they don't have
Sandstorm
protection.
himself. Indeed, they don't see him.
Laurel, though, he can't get out.
He's going to get chased down. TP doesn't matter. Boundless is back up. So they get something.
I mean, they got Maureen again, but they lose a lot again.
They certainly do. Skeeter continuing to reap the benefits of these plays. Same to be said for Amar.
That's not showing the whole fight record, right? Only showing half of it. Yeah, so it's showing the whole thing. Okay, wow, they actually got a little bit of an advantage off of that, it seems.
I guess it's a big kill.
It is, but
They certainly need a
interesting.
hell of a lot more than that to try and come back in on this one. Spirit still down 6 or 7k or so.
I mean, Falcons are they're ready for the plays, and they are not afraid to take every single fight that comes to them right now, right? So Collapse, he's waiting. He's not going to join, it feels like, for some time until he has that Blink Dagger done, and yeah, they need it.
Oh, Skeeter. Has he got a way to get down?
Uh-oh. TP's got to come.
Is his TP
It's gone.
off cooldown? Yeah, but can he...
It's up in 2 seconds.
Oh, okay. Still, yeah, a little bit of time. The Collapse is able to
I mean,
hold
Collapse-
Skeeter up with the high ground.
He's looking for the delay of the game, right? He's just looking to cut as much as possible, get that time bought. That's still a clever play, though. Peter will lose quite a bit of time of efficiency, right? 40 seconds lost, 30 seconds lost at least. Deep wards that we see placed from Falcons early on here. Laurel down bottom is right on top of one. Be very careful.
How close are we looking on Collapse? At 1800.
Very close, yeah.
I imagine they probably will immediately look for a smoke up around that Blink Dagger, right?
Yep.
As soon as
Yashikaya's
that's done.
finished up, especially because they want to abuse before the BKB timings can come out, right? Because if a BKB comes out and then they make the first move and Amar gets the BKB off, it could just stop it in its tracks. As Amar
Found another. Lal considering helping out, but Maureen's ready to make the jump. He gets the Emperor strike. Strike over the two with the Lal will get the Requiem off.
and he's stuck.
He's very, very dead again.
It's like Maureen knows that they're always going to bring him back up, right? He's always
He was so ready
that's
for
the
that.
second or third time I've seen him
And
in
look at the
position.
same time, they're putting pressure on a Collapse. Okay, they'll have to back off at the time. That's with the TP coming in for Yatoro. The pressure from Falcons continuing.
It's everywhere. There's no real breathing room, as we're seeing on the side of Spirit. Yatoro, now he actually has his Ancients unblocked. Gonna get to point that out, but the camps have been blocked for some time too. So overall, the economy game, Falcons are playing aggressive and blocking the camps to prevent that economy from Spirit. Blinked on, it is.
It is.
So eyes on Collapse. This is the time.
See what he can get. We'll take that.
We'll get one immediately. Manta getting closer and closer for Yatoro as well, which will be very nice for him to deal with that Phantom's Embrace.
Structures are fortified.
But overall, I mean, Rue has actually protected him twice now versus it.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
This from Maureen are in the neighborhood. Lal's got to be a bit cautious.
There
He
it-
won't push out too far.
In their own move, too. Starting to feel that power because they have that blink.
Super fast timing on the Fulmione for Skeeter.
Might be one of the faster ones we see with the rest of the items that he does have picked up. He is crazy farmed. And he's not that squishy either. Actually, when you look at things, if he's on strength treads, actually sitting at a fair bit of HP with that Essence strength too. He's going to be over 2,000 HP on a Weaver, which is not usually the case you see for Weavers. Actually quite fragile.
15 minutes. Aghanim's done on top of the Blink Dagger for Maureen.
Boy, Yatoro needs that bloodlust at all times.
Radiant
Hey,
are
crit.
scanning.
This could be cool if he does go down this build. If he does want to get the blink first, or if he does go either that Aghanim's.
I mean, yeah,
they
yeah.
mentioned it. It's a fantastic
It's
point
so
per game.
strong.
Yeah,
This game.
Morph is pretty much one of the best that you can turn. There's that BKB.
I think these timings just flying out from Falcons, and they're ready to use them. Immediate smoke up now with this next round of items completed.
It's around a big objective too, right? They have two big timings, and it's around that Tormentor potential that both teams want to try to go for here. Marine.
Poshka. Pretty dead if they want to commit for him. They will.
Easy kill.
Killing spree!
tower rune as well.
I'll swing around to the mid, Rue and Collapse.
Amar is
Pretty
here.
deep.
He sees them.
They're going to see him. He's going to go for the Shockwave Skewer Collapse, but I don't think he's got a way out of this one. The Bar Strike again lines up perfectly from Malrine.
This is the fastest I've seen Falcons play all tournament. And every move is hitting. They're reading the plays beautifully. Again, they find them in
This
position.
is pretty wild.
Right?
I guess they were sort of saving it for this point in this very important series. They're like, you thought we could only win games after 60 minutes? We're going to run you over in less than 30. See if they can keep it up.
Every single one of their moves is connecting. It just does seem like they're more than one step ahead so far in this early game versus Spirit. Tormentor, looks like they're going to work on it. They don't even need the whole squad. Just a Bug plus a Pugna. With the way that minus armor plus life drain, of course, works. That's a really nice combo to be able to take out.
They're coming over here, Team Spirit. Snake King, probably going to die for this. Skeeter will get out. Actually, Marin's you right. They set the 2-1. You're right. Snake King's fine. And in fact, it's Mapochka that's paying the price. So Yatoro's got to start backing away. All right, they couldn't even kill the support at this point.
He's not an easy kill. He has a full solar crest. He's about to have a mech on top of it too, and he's level 13.
I mean, Spirit's still hanging around here. Collapse waiting in the trees.
Actually, wait, Snake is absurdly high level. Wait, what is going on? It's like the same level as the cores. Going to be level 14. The mech. This is going to be pretty tough for them to deal with. The fact that he's almost another core. He has the same net worth. This is Magnus. Pugna, if he's not dealt with overall in a lot of team fights, he can be pretty crucial in terms of how much he can counteract any damage. And overall for Spirit, they already are lackluster in damage in this early game. It's pretty crazy timings for the King of the Snays.
Dire's top tower.
Need to
is
enter
under
into
attack.
Spirit's jungle again.
20-5. We haven't even seen a Soulbind combo, right? It's got level 2 Soulbind now. There are some cool combos that they can do in this game, Owen.
Oh, he wants this helmet, the Dominator creep dead.
They'll get it. They're going to start the Roche. You
Spirit.
can't go there.
Absolutely not. Unless they wanted to go for some crazy YOLO play with the RP.
Way too risky at this point when you're this behind. They do have the BKB on Laurel. Maybe if he had it a couple seconds ago.
They've hit the scan now.
Dire's top tower.
Indeed, any decision to get over here probably isn't going to come soon enough. They are going to smoke up.
If it was just a little bit sooner, perhaps.
Falcons, they'll have this secured. Skeeter grabs the Aegis.
They're going to look for the fight. It looks like there's a bit of a read here, though. Again, Falcons.
This is scary for Spirit. Oh, just jump straight into Collapse. He'll drop the RP on towards him, wreck him as well. They'll blow up Amar, but Marine's in with the upper burst strike, catching it onto the two. The Skeeter's ready to step forward. They'll kill on through. The damage was Skeeter tearing through with Poshka as Collapse gets finished off by Marine.
I swear he knew it. They were pinging it. I'm pretty sure Amar knew that they were there. That was a bait play. He jumps in, loses his life, but he forces RP, Requiem, all these different spells. It lets his team just come in and clean up. That's a couple times now I've seen them have a sacrificial lamb on the side of Falcons to just ensure the team fight win.
Tower is under attack.
I think it was Amar that was the one pinging. It was either him or Crit were pinging in the mid lane that they were there. I don't know if they saw something on the creeps or what it was, but they were 100% aware of that move.
Skeeter now with a full Hurricane Pipe.
Dire's bottom tower
That HP.
is under attack.
Even in that last sort of instance, we saw how it did pretty much take everything to take down Amar. Because that was in a situation where they were able to stop him from getting the BKB off. If he gets the BKB off next time, that combo's not killing him.
And look what Amar has queued up. This is not one of those where this is not one of those where like, I'm super sad that I'm queuing up the minus. This is the I'm super happy queuing up the minus.
But I don't think he's actually going to buy it.
He's not going to buy it. No,
he's just memeing.
But it's a meme one. He's just, it's the case of what it is.
Well, be so careful stepping up. That's the tier 2 taken away.
Such fast pacing. 23 kills, 24 minutes. If you told me this was Falcons.
I mean, Spirit are looking for a potential jump.
Collapse. Skater.
I'm going to get the Spirit back. 20 seconds or so still until the RP's back up for Collapse.
Skater's got multiple ways to play around it, too. If he has vision, he can just Hurricane Pike on the initial go as well. Another tier 2 being pressured.
Radiant's bottom
Spirit just gonna
is under attack.
I just have to let this one go as well.
Well, So all eyes will be falling on Yatoro to see what he's able to pull together when the time comes for him to turn up to the fight. For the most part, he's been avoiding all the action. 0, 1, and 3, just focused on getting those timings. He's very close to well, yeah, but he's
Almost has the butter.
Yeah, a little bit away still from the butterfly. Falcons, they'll keep the kills coming in.
One of my extra worries, of course, for Spirit in this game, though, is the butterfly timing is a really good one for the Morphling, but this one, he kind of needs the butterfly and the BKB, Owen. There's too many things that he has to deal with.
So many, kind of
too many stuns, silences, a decrep from a Pugna can just stop everything as well, too. So he needs the next two pretty badly in this game. And Skitter immediately. Another tier 2 falls. They instantly swing to top. They're looking for the last tower. They are constricting the map completely of the side of Spirit.
And they're taking everything away from Spirit here.
Yeah. Look where Rue is having the farm. Look at the Shadow Demon. He's trying to find these desperate places. You know, the safest place is usually the most dangerous place at times. He does finish up his Blink Dagger, so can at least get closer to potentially go for some saves. Yeah, this tier 2. Down.
Radiant's top tower is under
And at the
attack.
moment, actually, crit. I think I like this even better if he can get it early. He has a Hex queued up. Why are you going to get an Axe if you can just control
Just hex him and kill him?
Yeah, you don't need a Morphling who's not that strong. You just kill him. Here comes that push.
And it also left on the Aegis for Skeeter.
This is where Collapse can shine. So eyes on these skewers.
It's got to be huge stuff for him. Let's try and give Spirit a chance of holding on here on the road to the International.
The thing is, too, he has to be a little careful because there are these Blink follow-ups. If he goes for a Blink Skewer RP, there's a crit with the Blink on the Grimstroke and then a Blink Epicenter, too. So it's not the easiest, per se, even if they do get the Skewers, in killing some of these heroes because there's the follow-up that's there for Falcons.
Power's gone.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
He'll play careful to get that tower. Extra influx of gold. Collapse. We'll have the BKB ready in a moment.
So you can't afford to blink in and get tripped up by a Burrow Strike, Boundless Strike.
There's too many. Yeah, too many different spells that could just instantly trip him up. And as we've seen so far, Falcons very on point with leading the play so far in this game. Scotty is soon finished up for a Mar too. Another pretty incredible item when you're playing versus the Morphling at this type of advantage too. He's going to have it very soon. I don't know how Yatoro is going to take these fights. He needs that BKB.
It really is sort of a race to the BKB timing for Yatoro before Falcons turn the heat up.
They might have to smoke, though, to try to get outside, because all the lanes pushed in like this means there's just nowhere really for Yatoro to farm. And look at how Falcons has blanketed the vision, right? A ward placed in every single one of the lanes to watch if any movements come outside. So they'll see anything if it's not just a smoke movement out. Spirit has to play clustered as well. Brew has to pretty much hug Yatoro for the rest of this game. Pushing Laurel for a play. Easiest one to do. Either timing has been hit. Crit, level 15, so he's got the Soulbind Spell Lamp, which is insane with Sand King. Do have to always factor that one in. 25% Spell Lamp on a Sand King is just crazy for that 7-second duration of the Soulbind. Picking up a gem next. The gold lead just continues to grow, Owen. And the items they're picking up, the anti-Morphling items we call them, right? So Eye of Scotty finished up for the Monkey King. Shiva's is queued up on the Sand King. He even gets a Pollen Bag, right? I think I saw there on the Monkey King too, right? So this also reduces health restoration as well too. So all these little things are Morphling trying to stack up versus it.
Are scanning.
Preparation is absolutely there.
Plays Spirit have to bring out now, have to be nothing less than perfect.
Pretty much, yeah.
To have to hold on against this incredible lead that Falcons has managed to build up this game.
And they land the multi-hero RPs. It's pretty much, yeah, eyes on Yatoro to carry, but eyes on Collapse to get the big connections, which has not been given to him at all this game.
And I guess the question is, for Falcons, Are we going to see them keep the pressure on, or is it going to fall the same way as many of the other games where they're like, well, we've got a lead now. Let's wait, make that lead a little bigger in a next 30 minutes of gameplay, and then we'll.
I think they look for the rush push. They have all the BKBs. I think once they get Aegis, they can go for ending.
You think they, like this game, Falcons feel that they have that much of an advantage that they won't be feeling the necessity to play it super safe and hold back before going high ground?
I think they're ready to fight.
They're ready to go. Okay,
Yeah,
let's
I
have
think
a
they're
look.
pretty much ready to fight at any time. But going high ground, they might wait for an Aegis. Push cut.
Should be able to find him. Amar. Get in. Everyone else to Spirit will run. Maureen does immediately jump up to the high ground to see if he finds anyone else hanging around, but the rest of Spirit are already out of there.
Oh, he's expecting that next hero. Level 20's been hit now. Skeeter. Big damage talent now picked up for him.
Toro.
How's his BKB?
Just about 1,400 gold short.
That's the condition that Spirit needs, just his BKB in particular. It's not going to be the end-all, win-all condition, but it's a really good one to at least give them a shot here. Immortal.
They were maybe thinking about playing for the Torments, but they cannot do that.
No.
And Falcons are as close as they are.
Falcons does this one's just as free as last time, same exact way that they did it before. Oh, that's a good one. Amar gets it for free.
Very nice job for him. Quite the game here on the offlane Monkey King, as you say, getting to play what we know he loves to, this sort of carry-focused offlane. It's going fantastically for him so far.
He might actually go for this refresher next item. He's got the mana pool for it. He's got the items already. That kind of makes it very effective.
It's true, I don't mind it. Yeah, get up there, BKB, Wukong's command. You're able to hit the building, refresh, do it again.
Take the racks.
They're going to be able to push for Mega Creeps pretty early this game, Falcons, if this continues.
Absolutely. How long on that Roche? It's a quick spawn. About 10 seconds, not even, 5 seconds. It's about to come up.
Surely we'll have to try and tackle this. I mean, maybe not. I guess the call is going to be coming from Yatoro. Whenever it's sort of the decision is made for them to fight, Spirit as a team will be looking towards Yatoro's guidance on that.
The question is, like, do they even attempt to contest a Roche, or is it just, guys, we've got Skewer on high ground. We're playing for high ground. That might be the case.
I think it might be. Yeah, it's all going to come down to this big high ground defense from Spirit.
Yep.
That's going to have to be one of the bigger ones we've seen from them. With this much of a deficit against this 20k advantage that Falcons have built up.
How close is the Shivas? Maureen is very close to having it. Laurel showed. Maureen is instantly looking for him. Laurel.
First way out of this one might have to BKB TP. He will. He'll play it safe. BKB TP to get out of that.
Did he see it? I didn't see if Maureen actually saw it there for a second. They may have not seen the BKB usage. Either way, though, Aegis is claimed. They've got the banner now. This could be their time to push. They might spend some of the gold before they do it, but this is likely the time that they're going to look to force as much as possible.
Yeah, Skeeter's got so much money to play with. 4k gold in the bank. And getting close there as well on Amar. He's got 3,300 ready to spend up. And yeah, that's the timing here for Crypt.
It's so early. You don't see this. A 30-minute hex on the 4 position, usually with a blink dagger.
I mean, this could pretty much end the game, right?
Yeah.
He gets in with a blink soulbind, double hex. It could be game over. And the end of the hopes and dreams from Team Spirit on this road to the International if Crit gets that jump.
Especially because in some of these situations, when you're at this deficit, right, your BKB usage has to be so clutch. Some of these players like to hold it until a certain scenario. He could just get hexed and die, right? So we'll have to keep tabs if he does get that on Yatoro.
Risky play from Spirit, smoking up out on the map into this Aegis of Falcons.
They don't have BKB from Laurel either. It's still cooldown 35 seconds. He did just pick up his Aghanims. Does have that extra fear. He also hit 20, so extra control. See how Falcon wants to approach the high ground push. 5,400 gold on Skeeter.
Just waiting patiently. One misstep, one misplay.
Falcons doesn't want to. They don't want to do it. Maybe waiting to spend, like you were saying, but
and maybe sort of saying, guys, 34 minutes. Do we really want to end that? Let's play to our element
Amar's like,
We got
need
a good
another
30
40.
minutes more in this game.
Shield rune on Amar. He queues away from the refresher, by the way. But looking to grow a little more. It looks like with that harpoon queued up at the moment.
Dire are scanning.
Skeeter gonna queue up. Did you get the Daedalus, or is he going MKB? He went Daedalus.
Yeah,
I figured
Daedalus
it
on
had
the
to be. Okay, so Daedalus is finished up. Ah, he's gonna kill heroes so fast.
Yeah, with his Daedalus shard.
But everyone except for Yatoro is going to die so fast if Skeeter is actually alive.
BKBs aren't going to save them at this point.
No.
Skeeter gets his hands on them. So much physical damage now.
All right, maybe it is going to just be one of those where Falcons gets 40k.
I mean, there ain't no way. Are we actually going to be here for another 30 minutes?
I think it's starting to feel like it might be. Mar?
He's going to make the jump. There's the exit from Quinn. They're going to move us right out with the defensive disruptions there. RP on the two of them. Yatoro's able to the BKB fights back with the balance strike to kill off Cred. They try and turn towards Amar. Amar jumping around the Wukong, trying to avoid Yatoro, but Yatoro's able to close in with the waveform. Balance strike from Amar gets him out of there. McClellan hits the shockwave skewer, connects. Amar's gone.
That's a gem. That's a big pickup they get. Mishposhka grabs it. Skeeter trying to get the split push, but they get a massive kill here. Two of them. They really wanted to try to punish this. They had the Hex, but the RP was absolutely ready. Collapse. He's there, and there's that Midas. Queued up. Ogre will pick one up.
Very much seeing the potential still of Yatoro on the morph.
Yep, Spirit.
Despite this huge lead that Falcons currently have. With a slip up in the sort of 50 seconds when Amar's dead, it's going to be a lot of timing where this Aegis is not going to really be able to be used anymore by Skeeter, as Falcons will have to hold back. Spirit getting a little bit of breathing room. They did, of course, have the fortification forced out of them, so next time round...
But they get time for Yatoro's BKB to come back up, right? It's going to be back up as the Monkey King comes up, and only 20 seconds are left or so on that Aegis, so it does feel like maybe Falcons isn't going to make this. Crit still does have smoke. They still do have Blink Hex plays, but have to be careful. They need to keep tabs of where this Magnus is in particular if they're going to go for plays like that.
Both Collapse and Brew there, just being in perfect position to
Very true.
to bail Yatoro out.
Yep. Thinking. They found him.
This is probably going to be another one then for Spirit. Don't mind if they do.
Kills.
All right. Well, they'll definitely take that. I mean, I feel the Falcons now losing these kind of kills here and there. They're definitely going to be like, well, look at that, boys. We can't end in 40 minutes. We're going to have to give it another 20 at least.
Yep, start queuing up and start thinking about the later stages.
There we go.
How you're going to have to deal with them. Yep.
60-minute game coming right
There
up.
we go. Timeless Dazoon for Laurel. Hex getting closer and closer as well. Even with this 18k lead, we're seeing Spirit. They're able to fight around Yatoro now.
They're going to keep this going, Spirit. Smoke up.
Yep, feeling that power.
Managed to sort of find a little bit of a weak moment of Falcons, and they're doing everything they can to keep striking at him.
Lamar. Tree. He gets hit by the poison.
Trying to balance to the side of the BKB, but it's a lot of physical damage. Collapse able to slide in, get the RP down off towards him. Soulbind Hex is there under the two, then Collapse in trouble with the disruption from Brew. Cutters in.
Collapse is dying.
Glimmer's there as well. Collapse on the retreat. He's going to live. He'll get out of there. Now Falcons are ready to bring the fight, but Yatoro's out to put the BKB barrel and strike down through them. The physical damage forcing Skeeter to have to time that immediately. Miposhka, he's in on top of Amar, but Amar will turn. Bring down Miposhka with the boundless. They take out the two supports here, Falcons, and they don't lose anyone themselves.
Amar with some fancy footwork there coming into play. Ends up keeping himself alive. Gets the 2 kills on the supports. Yatoro has to bail. He knows he cannot die in that scenario. He's far too important.
And Collapse living on a minuscule bit of health there at the end. Clutch plays and saves. Coming in pretty much mainly from Rue again with the glimmers and the disruptions.
He takes so much damage. Honestly, Amar is doing a crazy amount of damage himself too. He drops to 10% in seconds on that Magnus. And now an RP was used outside the base. So 60 seconds. Does Falcons want to try something with that? Again, still very difficult to go toward that high ground. And they did not recover their gem, right? No. Collapse is the one who had it, so Snaking, he actually purchases a new one, I believe, for his team.
Very close to having his Hex online. More creeps, and that will be there, so a bit more of a chance for him to make that jump.
Starting to get, I mean, they're getting into positions to be able to take these head-on fights. Yeah.
This is a team that is absolutely not afraid to get aggressive and active, making these plays despite being as far behind on the gold as they are. They know that their best efforts is to try and catch Falcons by surprise rather than just sit back inside that base.
Both teams having to be careful how they group up.
Dire's top
AoE
tower
damage, the
is under
AoE control
attack.
from both sides is pretty ridiculous. As Yatoro, he's got the Daedalus.
Skeeter, he's gonna have eyes on him. Trying to stand his ground here. Linkus is going to be popped to Mark.
Collapse.
The tree's getting the vision. Look at the boundless strike on towards them. Collapse. Trying to skewer up off the tree, but he's already off himself. Step on the BKB. Drop the Toro to Marty. It's the control. Watch Yatoro. Yatoro's able to turn the back. He can use the boundless strike against him. And get off the way from RP is with him. But Yatoro's able to back out of the fight for now. Mari closes in with the epicenter bomb. Trying to go towards three.
Yatoro.
He's in on top of Yatoro, but Pascal will fall. Yatoro's got waveform up in a second. He'll get it off. He'll go for the TP out. Yatoro. He's caught. He's caught. Maureen again finding this connection with the stun.
Snaking. I think I actually didn't see what canceled the blink. I think it was snaking, right? I'm not sure what canceled that blink from him, but something did. And overall, I mean, snaking kind of solo killed the Shadow Fiend. My goodness. Amar also, the scouting he was able to do in that fight. He jumped over the Magnus's head, jumped off the tree as the skewer was coming on.
He was able to dodge that.
That was some next level stuff coming in from Falcons.
And
It's a
now
decisive fight.
they'll definitely come in with a push. There's a full minute here without Yatoro. Falcons ready to get back on track. Doing the damage here to the base, taking this top set potentially. The fortification will come out. 50 seconds without Yatoro, without Lal here for Spirit.
Radiant's top tower.
Yeah, it's insane damage that snaking actually did to Laurel. Now that I'm looking all of it, pretty much all of it.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Falcons, how much do they want to push for here? Still 30 seconds. Stick around.
They might be able to get it all. There's a glyph available.
We were seeing there's just crazy damage and he was coming out from that closing on that last fight.
It was like life drain plus yeah, insane.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Falcons. Mega creeps are gonna be theirs.
Pop the glyph. 15 seconds.
Amar's gonna want to stick around and finish off the job here with Skeeter. They're not going anywhere quite yet. Falcons, they'll claim the mega creeps. Now they'll back off as the respawns come in. Spirit, we saw them last game hold on for quite a while, but still obviously to that inevitable loss in game one against the mega creeps. Let's see how long they can hold on this time.
Much earlier this time. Mega creeps at 40 minutes is much different than mega creeps at the 50-something minute mark. These heroes cannot really deal with them at this point in the game. And it's just going to be continuous momentum now, too, that shoves onto that side. Also, you know, not good economy that you get from those creeps. And Falcons can go anywhere they want. So Roche, there's for the picking. Skinner can go for the MKB if he wants.
Roshan has fallen to the down.
Academ's now online for Collapse. Historically, him and the Horn Tossers have been quite something in the internationals. Will it be enough?
It has double soulbind and double hex now also.
Falcons having a pretty close to perfect game two here against Spirit.
Very little mistakes that we've seen from them so far. And just so far, it's just the reading of the plays, right? Somebody sacrifices themselves, but the sacrifices for the most part have been absolutely worth it. Moments away, perhaps knocking Spirit out.
Will they do it before the 60 minutes?
Dire's
It's
middle
looking,
tower.
it's
We're
looking.
getting up there. We're getting up there.
I mean, now they are hitting pretty critical mass at very early. Refresher is done for Amar. They already have max slots on Skeeter, almost max on Malrine as well. This is really early to have all max items, 43 minutes. And they have this Aegis, so they could look to just shove it in and find that fight.
Radiant are scanning.
Setting up on top. Toro.
He's got it.
And Crit, he is here.
Yeah, Yatoro's just got to run. Just let Rue die. Score's out safely. Rue, not so much.
Yeah, he's got it. Make him work for it a little bit. Courier, snaking it. They get the snipe on it. It's a Reaver.
Radiant's
They will.
courier has been killed.
That is, I believe, the Satanic finish,
That
right?
would have been the full Satanic.
Oh, man, that's 3 minutes without it
And he
finished.
spent up for that Reaver, you know, forfeiting buyback gold.
He needs, I mean, at this point, he has to go all in, right?
Sure.
In this type of game, he has to have every
But
item possible.
the risk doesn't pay off. He doesn't manage to make that delivery.
No, 3 minutes.
That's going to be a long 3 minutes.
They're going to smoke it. They're going to look to end this game. Arcane Rune bottom. Amar, pick that one up if you'd like to. Level 25 as well, too. So that massive Wukong. Good luck fighting inside of it.
Falcons, they really have made this game too look pretty easy.
Spirit, their hope now is pretty much bringing them in the fountain, it feels like. Collapse, he's got to make it happen.
It has to be something crazy from Falcons there, a very careful, meticulous team. They don't normally make those mistakes that end up in, putting them in positions where they can be in a fountain.
Push.
And there's the Hex, straight away, they get the catch, almost collapse, they're trying to man up the glimmer, hoping it's BKB, turns towards Murray, gets the RP up onto the Sankey, that's Murray dead. Buyback comes out from the Bochka, Amar lays down the Wukongs, and they turn towards Yatoro, but Yatoro into the Sand King, hides in the Sandstorm. Tier 4s are being focused now.
They have another Wukong
And they
as well.
have no collapse for 80 seconds. He's 900 gold or so short at the buyback. Spirit, can they hold on with the 4 of them?
Green's here. He bought back.
Falcons. So close here to pushing Spirit out the competition. Come forward in, but straight away the Hex catches him. Go up for the blinker, but the Hex gets him immediately. He'll come over with the buyback. Yatoro is going to try and jump the backlines, but he's clipped by the silence of the Phantom's embrace. He'll put the back to try and jump. The Hex is back up. He's out of the game for good. As game is over, GG is called. Falcons knock Team Spirit out on the road to the International, and Falcons will move on.
Very decisively in this game too. I think that was the best early game I've seen from Falcons this entire
Yeah,
tournament.
this was absolutely textbook stuff across the board from Team Falcons.
I mean, look at Amar. He felt it for the